Might beat the level 1 one.
Mm.
Wait,
Gonna be
besides,
playing.
like, you know, drama, by the way.
Gonna be
How
like
did,
playing Dark Souls.
KG go, Alpha? How did KG go? Like, in terms of like how the tournament was ran and everything?
I had lots of stress, and scheduling people was horrible. Finding commentators was literally like so difficult because no one really wanted to do it. And then Shovelclaws and Witherman were like, you know what? Fuck it, we'll do everything. And then they did everything, and I commentated the matches that they couldn't. A lot of people helped, I guess, on the spot because no one really was able to do scheduling and whatever, so it was hard. But the tournament was fun. It was hard to restream at the same time as playing, especially for Grens. It was not fun. But I'm glad that the tournament happened, and I'm glad it, you know, it was still fun. I'm glad people still enjoyed it. So yeah, it was nice. It was still nice.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry with all the stress you've been going through, dude.
Don't worry, I'm used to it. SST was worse, way worse. Like Scoob and I on the SST, I literally restreamed an entire day of my life, like 24 hours.
Yeah, that sounds
For
awful.
SST. Yeah.
24 hours you will never get back.
Yep. But you know, the tournament was sick, so I'm glad I put it those 24 hours. My girlfriend wanted to kill me though, because that was 2 weeks of every day restreaming.
Wow.
I felt
it lasted
bad
that
because
long. Wow.
I felt bad because you asked me if I could commentate, and I was like still burnt out from fucking Hero Story.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, no,
If
it's
you
not.
have someone to commentate,
like-
I'm down to help out, Alpha. Like, I won't know much about the game, I'll tell you that. But...
Like it's all good. You guys don't need to take it on over people. It's just I want more people doing a little bit more work. Like I don't want anyone to do like everything. I just want everyone to do a little bit. But like it seems like some people just don't fucking care at all. They just want everything to be given to them, and I'm not gonna drop names, even though I probably a little bit saw it within tournaments in the last years. And some people are willing to help, but even if they don't have time, it's just like there's two extremes right now, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah, you know, if you need someone to commentate, I could help you out for sure. Like, whatever future stack trains are happening.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
I'll definitely see. For Sonic Story Tournament, I think people are going to be more willing to commentate because KG is more like under the radar. It's not that the crazy popular category of the game.
Right, that
So-
makes sense.
Dude, I felt bad too because I had to move. I literally had to ship my mic and shit.
Oh yeah.
I would have been talking more.
Yeah, but it's not your fault. Like you had things in your life and everything, but it's just people. Okay, I'm gonna drop one name that made me really fucking pissed, and it's
Let's go
Rizuru.
spill the tea.
Rizuru made me so
Really?
fucking angry. Yeah, I asked her. She's and like she basically says, yeah, sure, I'll do KG and everything. And then the day that the tournament starts, I'm like, are you going to do your matches? And she's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna DQ. I don't have time at all. Like I don't even think I can do anything. I'm just like very, very busy with like my everyday job. And it's like, okay. 10 minutes later, she is streaming for 6 hours.
What? Oh, so
I was like-
wagers.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what, Rizuru? Fuck you. Like that's just like if you want to like ruin my respect for you, do shit like that. Tell me things, don't do them, and lie about it. And then after that, do something and make it easy for me to know that you're lying. That will piss me off more than almost anything you can do.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, KG tournament's really not much of a commitment. Like you're really
really
playing
just
like
like-
3 or 4
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
It's not like Hero Story tournament. You have to play like a billion matches or anything like that.
And it's like I didn't even ask her to do anything but playing, literally but playing.
Yeah.
And that's what she pulls on me. I was like, okay, you know what? You think you're bigger than all that shit and everything, but yet you're still gonna return like you did nothing. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
no,
Like,
she signed up for the tournament, but then she just doesn't join, or she decided like literally the day of the first tournament that she's just not
Yeah.
gonna play.
Like it's fine if you DQ and you tell me in advance, but if you do it last minute and then you give me a shit excuse and I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna believe it, and then you let me down by lying, like it's just like you do back to back to back, literally fuck yous to my face, and then you're like, you want me to not change my mind about like who I think you are as a person. Kind of rough. Kind of rough. You have to come back from that. But I'm obviously not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna be like, okay, ReZero, I don't like you or whatever. Like I'm not gonna say anything or do anything. But that changed my mind on that person.
Yeah, no,
for sure.
you're a super mod, so like, you know, you can't really have like a bad look on yourself.
Yeah, but it's not about that either. It's more like I'm not like the type of person to see what I can do because I'm a moderator or something. It's more like my perspective of people can definitely change by seeing how they act around other people and how they just react to stuff, you know.
Right, no, that makes sense.
And that just pissed me off pretty hard. So like I'm not gonna be the type to literally take in consideration if she wants to join more tournaments or whatever. Like she can join, but the second that she tells me, oh, I might have something or whatever, DQ, double DQ'd, and I'm not even losing time.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Well, I don't know about permaban, but yeah.
Permaban for that. For something related to a tournament and not being toxic to anyone, just taking someone for granted. And I mean, at this point, I'd rather it to be me than someone else in the community.
I mean, to me, it's like, if you're gonna lie to me, I'd rather you lie to me and not me have to fucking figure it out. Like, I'd rather you tell me instead of lying to me.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, same.
Like, we're like, yeah, I just don't feel like I'm gonna stream later. Like, sure, fuck it, whatever, you know, it's shitty to do, but I mean, it's a lot better than you be like, oh, you're busy? Okay, that's fine. Looking 6 hours streaming? Busy.
And like,
My ass.
I still like ReZero. I still think she's cool and everything, and like she can definitely do great commentary. She can definitely be very nice to people, and I think she's a good person overall. It's just unfortunate that events had to go this way, and now it's like I cannot see a person the same way. But she's not a bad individual. You know, stuff like that happens. It's just it pissed me off bad. That's all there is to it.
It's a perfectly valid reason to like, you know, be upset. Like she lied to you, so.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I would be upset too.
I can't believe somebody would lie to my Alpha Dolphin. Like, come on.
I will say this, like I do remember in the Chungus Discord people were complaining about Natborn, I think.
Yes, a lot. Natborn is a very hard runner to include in other people's things, especially on commentary, because no one wants to do it with him. I personally think that he's not that bad, but it's just people have a lot of issues with him because he's very negative about everything around in his life, and it's, you know, it's just people want to have positivity and have fun, and like if you don't have fun, then don't really impose it to other people. That's, I think, the main problem about him including him into stuff. But
I just hear that he's like really annoying, and then like apparently like he was giving unsolicited advice to Labrys when Labrys obviously didn't ask for it.
yeah. I don't think the guy is. Oh my god, that was such a good run. I just fucking ran there. Well, that sucked. I don't think the guy is like badly intentioned. I just think he's pretty goofy to move around, and it's like he doesn't really realize like what he's doing that much. But like,
Yeah.
I've told him before multiple times that he needs to change his attitude and just his behavior in general with other runners. Because if you consistently push negativity, people at some point will get mad at you, and then actions will have to be taken. And it's like sometimes it's for nothing because people had enough, and it's just how it is. You don't even need to be offending someone. You can just be overly negative all the time, and then people just get annoyed little bit by little bit, and then they get angry at you, and then it's to a point where they just don't want to see your face anymore. And when you do it to multiple people, people will go against you as a group because they will be tired of your shit, and then they will want you banned. And it's like, did you deserve that? Probably not, but if you keep doing it, it's just you need to change.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. He's also been an asshole to me multiple times, but I like every single time I would just in his face directly just not give a fuck and just say things how it is. So he realizes that like he doesn't need to be annoying. Like he can just be nice, and I think he's changed. I think he's changed like a lot in a lot of behaviors, but then it still returns from times to times, and I guess it's more like what's annoying to other people that I heard because some people were just tired of that is he's like cutting people in commentary a lot, and
Okay, I hate that so much.
yeah, and he also gives misinformation towards the game when other people, like another commentator, gives the right one, and then he will not stop talking about how he's right about it. But I didn't experience it with him, but people told me that.
That's
And
unfortunate. Yeah.
yeah, it's just annoying, but
Oh, maybe it's because,
hopefully,
like, when you're present, he doesn't do that type of thing. But like when like you're not present, like that's when he starts to become like this person that everyone hates.
yeah, maybe I don't know. I hope it's not that way. Honestly, I just
I don't know. I've always just felt like he just been like a fucking like a know-it-all, like he knows
Yeah.
everything, and that shit does not fly with me.
yeah.
That stuff makes me kind of like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I had somebody like come in to like my chat one time when I was just running Mania, like just to run it back because I just wanted to like play. And like I understand they were like trying to like do their best and like try to help me out and stuff, but it kind of came off of like why are you doing like this method? Like why don't you just like do it this way? It's, like I'm just like I'm just running the game because I haven't ran this game in like a year, and I just miss playing Mania. That's all.
Yeah. It can be definitely annoying on the long term. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I don't think like they meant it in like a malicious like why the fuck are you doing this strat like kind of method.
Right.
Yeah. But it's just if you do it over and over and over again at some point, people will just get fucking mad because you just get on their nerves, and it's understandable. It's for a good reason because
Yeah, let the runner play the game the way they want to play, you know. And that's like an issue that the SA2 community has, is that we apparently we sometimes like a lot we hear some complaints about us giving unsolicited advice like to the runners, and then the runners just getting annoyed.
yeah.
Yeah, which is this issue we're trying to work on.
I mean, I feel like it's in every community. You will see a lot like also what exactly is the definition of unsolicited, because I'm not sure
Giving
if I
advice
understand
to,
it correctly.
runners to, like, was it without like the runners like okay, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Then yes.
Yeah,
it
I guess
happens a
just
lot.
like just telling them the strat instead of like asking like, hey, like you want to know like a better way of like going about this? Like up to you.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to do that? If not, it's fine. It's fine. You don't need to do it. But like, I have advice if you need it, and then you say your thing if they're down. But instead of pushing it in their faces until they're not capable of seeing you anymore, you know.
Right, yeah, no, that completely makes sense. Like, I will say, like, I don't mind getting unsolicited advice from, like, Savick or Hedera or Dawn, just because, like, I know I could use it. But, like, I could see why a lot of people, like, would not want it. Like,
That
just
was
seems annoying.
exactly.
It just seems like backseat gaming.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks a lot. I hate backseat gaming. I do it a lot, like unconsciously, and I fucking hate that. I love when people mention to me that I'm like doing it, because then after that I stop and I understand it. Because sometimes I just don't realize it. It pisses me off because then they get pissed at me, and then I'm like, oh god, I did that, and then I fucking feel bad.
Yeah, no, I'm guilty of that as well. Like, for casual gaming, like when someone's playing like Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's an item there. Can you fucking let me enjoy the game? It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I was like, oh wait, this Pokemon learns this level or this Pokemon learns this move at this level. And I know I'm really guilty of it.
Really? Honestly, I didn't have much of a problem with it. Like after like the first like 3 times, like yeah, you know, I understand. But then after like you did it like 100 times, it's like, dude, if I haven't listened to it, it's probably because I don't care. And I don't mean to be like rude when I say that, Theox, but I like Thunderbolt on my Mewtwo. All right.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean, I mean, I was like, half those times I was just memeing like, hey, if you had flamethrower, you know, or whatever.
I mean, I got that, but it felt a lot like a hey, do this, this is better.
Yeah,
Hey, you're doing this wrong, do this, and I'm like, I know it's not that great. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, just everybody has to work on it. Like nobody's perfect. Shit happens.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've dealt with fuck, who are we talking about? What's his name? Fuck, I forgot.
Napborn.
Yeah, Natborn. I dealt with Natborn because I'm friends with the Seafood, and Seafood hangs out with Natborn a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So like I've dealt with him and stuff. So I know how to just like ignore him and stuff.
Yeah, it's there was one point. It started like the things with that Born started off bad when he was grinding tails and I raided him. And then as soon as I raided him, he was like happy about me raiding him, and then he got mad because something didn't happen well in his tails run. And then I was like, you know, I can help you with this. And then he was like, no, I don't want your help, and I don't need your help. And then he was like starting to rant over like me trying to tell me that I know it all on Tails and everything. And I was like, dude, the reason why you have like a meta right now and your speedrun is because of me. So I think you should probably listen to me like, instead of ranting on me. And since then I had like a cold with Natborn, and he was like being a shitter to me for a long time.
Wow.
Bro,
and yeah, because I put him at his place, and because I'm very direct. When I get mad, I'm direct. I don't wait this fucking second to tell you what's going on.
Here's this epiphany. Who would have thought that the world record holder for Tails knew a lot about Tails? Who would have thought, dude? Holy shit. Not me. I'd never.
It's like I literally built the category. I would like for 10 years I've been hunting the same category, like in glitch hunting and finding new strats and like setups and everything. So like the reason why Tails is optimized at that point now is because of me and Nixer, but mostly me, I guess, without, you know, taking too much credit on that. Like, there's a couple things that other runners found, like Lem found the Ice Cap early clip, like the Ice Cap key skip. Cheesy Finger Smelly Man found a consistent way to do Eggborn at one cycle, like massive stuff like this. And then I was the one to push the task clip on Ice Cap, like basically the full task cap, gravity glitch, like alternating angles and everything, and you know, like lots of small stuff like that that saves time a lot, and just pure hub movement. I was the one to optimize it.
Right. Yeah.
So like I said like I think one thing because Nadborn was renting. I said like I think it was when he was trying to get out of the ice cap tunnel, and he was not able to clip like first try because he would like go directly to it and then just fall down. And I told him like, you know, like just wait a bit, neutral stick, and then after that fly out like a little bit of the same way like you would in Amy Hot Shelter. And then he got pissed, and then yeah, that's where like things got worse. But after that, the SST happened, and there was one point where I wrote 13 hours PM, which makes no sense because it's 13. You don't need to say PM because it's like it doesn't make sense, right? I think. And then he just like told me that, and he just kept going at it for like an hour, like because he was like it's funny and everything, but he kept like calling me names and shit while I was like obviously really tired of like restreaming SST and doing a lot of stuff. And then I exploded, and I just told him like that he would need to shut the fuck up right now, or I'm just disconnecting him from the call. Like he's not joining the queue for like 2 days, and I was really angry. And since then he's calmed down. That's like So when people tell me that Nantborn's been a shitter, I understand it because I had my experiences with him before. But I'd rather think that the dude's changed because he's been positive numerous times since like a couple months back. But then people still come up to me every day to tell me like how much of a dumbass he is and how much of like, you know, it's just hard to deal with that kind of situation because
Yeah,
I don't know.
especially when you're a super mod, like you're supposed to like do something. Like when people complain about a certain member.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes for like other people too. I just don't want anyone to like be banned just because like they're like not in a good phase of their life or something.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
like
no.
everyone has some up and downs. Like life is a roller coaster, so it's kind of easy to be at the bottom of the roller coaster for a long time. But then the real problem is if you never get up and if you don't try and you just get lazy about it and then you just like complain about the fact that you're at the bottom of the roller coaster to everyone around and then you impose that energy every day, then we cannot, you know, keep you around because then you just ruin people's days like on a daily basis.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like what I don't want to have to do with Natborn. So I hope that his persona that he builds around will change as like SSD goes. And also he doesn't seem to understand why I don't want him to go in commentary because I don't want him to go into trouble or like make it worse for himself. Because a lot of times, every time that he's on commentary, people just go complaining to me right after they're done.
Right, yeah.
So I kind of see that, and I'm trying to not schedule him onto commentary, even though he like every time there's a match he wants to do it, and it's like, well, I'm happy that you want to help, but like it's for you that I'm doing that, and then he gets mad at me because I'm not letting him on commentary, and he doesn't understand it, and it's like,
Thinks he deserves everything or
Yeah,
some
no,
shit.
like he's just adding on more stress than you've already been going through.
yeah, at the same time, yeah. But I just want to help him because you know he's still even if I had bad experiences, even if people tell me shit around people like around him or whatever, he's still a member of the community that still will be going to people, say good job on PBs or something, and still like kind of like be a part of the community like every day. So it's like I'm trying to help him before it's too late, you know. And I feel like other people should see it this way too. Like if someone is very down, you can help the guy. And if the guy doesn't want to be helped, then at this point it's too late. That's just how it is.
Alright, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, no, he just has to realize it himself, honestly.
Yep.
Like that's just something that he has to see on his own.
Yeah, this is perfect.
It's like Cryptic. Like I've known Cryptic. Like like when I first joined the community, like he was kind of unapproachable. But then like when I got to know him better, like he actually seems like a really cool person. And then
Yeah, Cryptic's very nice.
Yeah, no, and then like eventually like I see him turn into like this new leaf. I was like, no way, Cryptic's actually being like actually changed. Okay.
Like I feel like because from what people told me about Cryptic, because I don't know like the early parts of the community with Cryptic, but from what people told me, it's like he used to be like a hater or like a toxic person, and now he's just toxic when he's joking,
Yeah, basically.
which is a massive
That's
improvement.
also what I've heard as well. But like, I feel like I'm always afraid of like having any interaction with them. Is like, I feel like he could just like always like go back and just be toxic, and then like I'm not gonna take it well and just like get actually mad at him.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's understandable.
People used to be like that to me when I came back into speedrunning because I had lots of drama in the SciDex and SA2 speedrunning communities before, but just because of like the two same people. So as soon as they were gone, the people kind of saw that I was not like that, just because I wanted to, you know. Even though I had my parts of it because I was a dumbass teenager, like a very dumb teenager, but that's just how it is.
No, that's like that's a lot of is that like you're we were young, we just need to grow up.
Yeah.
You know, just get out this like toxic phase or whatever.
I mean, I'm grown and I'm still toxic.
I just stayed with speedrunning because everybody here is just so nice compared to like when I was streaming Smash, because it just felt like just got out of like this significantly toxic community, so I can just like go have fun.
Yeah.
You will not believe it. Like for some reason, somebody showed up and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you play Pikachu?" It's like, dude, you've been chilling here for like 20 minutes. How did you not know I was been playing Pikachu for the last 20 minutes?
Yep.
I mean, I can't say shit because a lot of times I'm watching people. I just have it up in the background. I'm not watching. I'm just listening to it. That's why I do to you a lot for easy. I don't know why.
I mean, it's really nice to have like